So I have a big event coming up in about a month, by far the biggest of the year, and I need to figure out how we're going to tackle this. I need to figure out what the plan is, if we have the gear to pull it off, and to make sure everything comes together and works. So what does that mean? That means it's time for a test day. So in general, I'm a big fan of test days. It's basically going to involve figuring out a plan, kind of how the general production is going to go together, not necessarily the show flow, but what the production is going to look like. And then it is making sure I have all the gear to pull it off, have a list of everything. And then I'm going to go into the office and set everything up, make sure there's not a cable missing, anything like that. Kind of set up the layout, make sure every piece of this production is going to come together exactly how we hope. Planning is the first critical piece of this entire process. It's really about making sure you know what shots you want to get, what kind of setups you want, and then making sure you have all the gear that you need for that. And once you're done planning, you can go through and start packing. But we'll get to that tomorrow. All right, now it's time to pack everything for the day, for the test, and make sure I have everything. So in the office now, and basically it's time to create a little space. So I'm going to kind of move things around and lay out the actual dimensions of the booth we're going to be using. So let's get started. And everything was going really smoothly until we got to the back channel audio. I could not get it to work. And really with this back channel audio, what we're trying to do is set up a scenario where I can easily talk to the two hosts that we're having with my mic so that nobody else in the stream is going to hear that. And I could flip back and forth, talk to one while the other was doing an interview or saying some lines, and talk to the other and reverse it if need be. This is just would be a really easy way to communicate, because we have to coordinate things with when the general session is getting ready to start. So I need to let them know, okay, stall for a few minutes as we get things ready, as people continue to file in, or it's all right, it's time to go. We're going live in 30 seconds to the general session. You need to throw over there. Those types of things are stuff I wanted to be able to communicate very easily, very quickly to either of them, and I could not get that to work in this scenario. And then I finally was able to get it to work. It took me quite a while to kind of figure this out, but I had to set up things with our Focusrite and the different buses behind the scenes in vMix and get them dedicated to different channels within the Focusrite. And we're finally able to get everything out where I'm basically doing an output through the Focusrites that's going directly to headphones that the two hosts will be listening in on, and I'll be able to switch back and forth using shortcuts on the Stream Deck to turn it on, turn it off, and talk directly to whichever one that I want to talk to at whatever time. So that is the reason why testing day is so important, to make sure you work out any of those kinks, because if we were trying to do that on the day we're going live, or at the actual event, it would have wasted hours. We would not have been able to get it to happen just because it took a long enough time to get things configured right and get things working. But I'm really happy we did this testing day because now I know we have all the pieces of gear, all the cables, everything set up and ready to go. Now it's just about building in the graphics and building out the show and doing probably a full run through before we pack everything and get it ready to ship off to DC. And if you enjoyed this video, I really want to encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, because we're going to be doing more breakdowns. I want to take you along with me on the trip to DC, as well as some other breakdowns of other live events. And I continue to do more tutorials here on the channel, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single one, and I'll see you in the next video.